And now for Rise and Shine with the Valkyries.
Good morning, everybody.
Good
I love that opening.
Good afternoon. How is everyone?
Yeah, how are you boys this morning?
I think I hit the unmute button at the wrong time.
Dope.
I didn't know if that would work or not.
I think it works.
And now it's time for Rise and Shine with the Valkyries.
Oh my god.
I think it worked. Mark says I like that new opening snippet.
Then it worked.
Oh my gosh.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those Wednesdays, isn't it?
Huge welcome to Stone Loki and Dave Bob. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Good morning, boys.
Should we say good morning to the chat before we jump in, honey?
Yeah, we should. Project Storytime was first. Gave himself a little medal, too.
Yeah, Chris Persia disagrees, though. So.
You're second, Josh. I will post proof on Discord. Oh no, the War of the Firsts. This is going to be great. Good morning, Dark Haster. Mark the Infinitely Tired. Oh my god. Mark is here.
Every time I get on here and I see the first part of the chat, I feel like Theoden on Lord of the Rings. And so it begins. Dun, 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 dun. First.
Oh my god. I'm hashtag cancel Sammy because I've never seen Lord of the Rings, so I don't get that reference.
You still haven't seen it. She has the movies, folks, and she still has
Yeah, I do. I have the movies. They were given to me as a birthday present.
I believe you got
just needs to find the time.
Oh yeah, I have copious amounts of time anymore these days, guys. Oh my gosh.
Of a YouTuber. Yes.
I know, right? Plus I've got, I've got a little side hustle they call burlesque dancing, which I hope to be going back to this summer, but we'll see.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. It's like, holy shit. Good morning. Sorry, Dave Bob, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we're going to have a movie that we all watch this weekend, this Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, Spaceballs is this weekend.
Spaceballs. Watch out. It's the Spaceballs.
It's just going to be quotes all the way through the movie.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Fuck, even in the future, nothing works.
Sorry for the interruption. No,
that's fine.
It's just plain old yogurt.
Plain old yogurt. Not Greek?
Not
anyway. Psycho Dwarf 9, good morning, except he's going to go throw some snow around. Apparently they got snow up where he lives too.
Oh, honey.
He can have it.
You're not the only one, brother.
Who else is hanging out with us, hon?
Let me see. We've got Mark the Infinitely Tired. Hello, sweetheart. Good to see you. Scroll down. Pat S. Great to see you. Good morning. Colin P. Smith. Good afternoon, love. Danny Boy. Good afternoon.
hey,
Chris
Danny Boy.
Persia. Hey. Who else have we got?
Mark says Rosebud.
Rosebud. Oh, God.
Rosebud is a sled. There. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Completely lost what I was. Derek McManus, good afternoon. Joseph Nash, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Thank you. Yeah, we're
Who
pretty
else have we
damn
got?
excited about it too. Yeah, who else is hanging with us?
We've got Steve Mitchum. Good morning, Sitroon. Good to see you. Dr. Herky Monkey, welcome. Lord Thoth, good to see you as always. Mark said that we've gone full plaid.
At
Ren
any
Zero
point,
says ludicrous speed.
at any point where y'all were watching this episode, did you expect to see 3 Spaceballs combing the desert and one say, "Man, we ain't found shit"?
Shit.
Oh my God, I can't wait for this movie. And
I
Latino
can't either.
Slans. Good morning,
Hey,
Paulie.
Polly.
And Ren Zero. Hey guys, good to see you.
Polly probably doesn't like Spaceballs. Yeah, I said it. I said it, Polly. You probably don't even like Spaceballs.
Oh
Shots
no, you're gonna
fired.
start that shit again. Shots fired. God damn it.
Hey, Polly.
And Colin P. Smith says, so memberships when? Well, you'll have to tune into our party show to find out.
Mhm.
Party.
Party on Friday night, y'all.
Party. What the hell movie was that on? We're going to party.
Oh my God. Wasn't it like Bachelor Party or some garbage?
Party.
I can't remember.
Been too long. I've slept since then.
Me too. Thanks, Dave Bob.
All I can
Got a
think of
nap.
is the line from The Mask. P-A-R-T-Y? Because I gotta.
Because I gotta. Smoking. Hold on to your lug nuts. It's time for an overhaul.
Oh my heavens.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm sorry. God, by the time you guys get done with this, like, welcoming everybody and we get done with our little spiel here, the show's going to be over.
The show's gonna be over, yeah. I was just thinking, we need to get into this episode because it was finally a good one. We had a different director, which
Ooh, necessary roughness. Necessary roughness. It's time to party.
Oh,
Sinbad.
God.
Sinbad. Yes. I'm
Sinbad,
sorry.
yeah.
Sorry. I'll be quiet now. I'll be quiet.
no.
I'll be
Oh
quiet.
my God.
Sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't know I started something there.
I'm sorry, chat. Sorry.
I've got a hashtag blame Dave Bob this morning. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
What were you saying
we've
about-
got it. Winnipesaukee is our new episode. Winnipesaukee. It took me 20 minutes to learn how to pronounce it.
Same. Yeah, I had to
It
break
is
it
a
down
mouthful.
phonetically. So, what the hell does that say?
Winnipesaukee, y'all.
So where is Winnipesaukee? Does anybody know?
Winnipesaukee is supposed to be somewhere in the northern part of the United States, like New
Oh.
Hampshire, Vermont,
Mm-hmm.
up there. It's somewhere near the Canadian border, I'm sure. Good morning, Keck44.
Good morning.
That's what I gathered from the previous episode, that when Clarissa was talking about this escape, you know, where the rich folks summer. It's not quite the Hamptons, but it's a little bit better.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, you're still in
Supposedly on an
BFE.
island or something.
Yeah.
Yes, it was because they had to cross the frozen lake to get there,
Mm-hmm.
which I wouldn't have felt comfortable walking across. Like,
No.
That's a trip. Have you ever done that? Have you ever walked across a frozen lake?
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Doesn't it get
That's
cold enough
it,
here?
it's a trip. It's a trip. You not
It's
only
not
do you
fun.
slip and slide, but any creaking, it's like you put your foot
Oh.
down and you're like,
I fell
I'm
through
gonna
the ice in
die.
a pond one time when I was younger. Boy, that'll
Oh,
take
no.
your breath away.
Oh yeah.
Woo! No, thank you.
Pass.
Yeah, it's a hard pass.
Certain things that were on the outside are suddenly on the inside.
If you catch our drift.
Yeah, Battle Hymn 63 says it's in New Hampshire. So thank you, Battle
Thank
Hymn
you.
63. I thought so. Pat S says, I'm in New Orleans. It's 70 degrees some winter. Yeah. Gotta love living in the South, Pat.
it's shit. It was snowing here all night, and it's still snowing.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
our snow's finally gone after the last few days. Thank goodness.
Yay! But there we were in the frozen tundra of Lake
Sounds
Winnipesaukee. I was
like
getting
something-
cold just watching it.
Sounds like something a cat coughed up.
Fireball.
Gross. But anyways,
Again,
here we have
the
everybody
episode-
here we have everybody trying to decipher this new message that
Mhm.
that Naomi has sent out, and the new message goes to the Razorback / Screaming Firehawk
Mhm.
and to the Rocinante, and also to Drummer's tiny fleet of ships. So they're trying to figure out what the hell is wrong. Of course, that's the discussion in between the Rossi and the oh my god, it just skated out of my head. The Razorback.
Yep.
Holy shit.
How spoiler are we going this morning? Like full spoiler, or are we?
Yeah, we're do full
That's
spoilers.
kinda-
now.
Yeah, we're gonna
We
go
have
full
done-
spoiler.
Yeah,
Okay,
we've
kinda
done
the
some
way
of all
we've
the
been
previous
doing.
episodes. Yeah.
Who's not like 99.9% sure that Alex is gonna buy it at the end of the season, and that's it. That's all. That's
Oh, I
Mhm.
said it in the beginning of the
Yeah.
episode last night when
Oh,
Purple
yeah.
and I were watching it.
That's what I've been saying for the last 2 weeks.
Yes, you
Mhm.
have. Yes, you
Yeah.
have, Dave Bob.
And
Unfortunately, that'll be it for me. I'm not gonna. I'm done. If as soon as that happens, I'm done.
well, even the scenes with them, they've been getting shorter and shorter. Even this
Yeah.
scene episode today, it was almost a blink and you miss it. They were barely in it.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was just kind of to touch base with Alex and Bobby.
Yeah, that was just one scene, and it was a short one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Colin P. Smith says Alex and Bobby both, I suspect. Yeah, me too.
God, I
Yeah.
hope not.
If
I hope not,
Amazon,
but-
if Amazon comes out with undeniable evidence that Cass has done what they say they've done, I'll continue to watch the show. If they do not, and this is all swept under the rug, and we never know what happened, and nothing ever comes to light, and they kill off Alex, I can't continue to support the show or watch the show. I just can't.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to either. Unfortunately, I'll stick to the books.
Too much cancel culture.
It is.
Yeah, which we talked about this morning on Loki's
Mhm.
show. So yeah, until I see evidence,
That's the problem. They never produce the evidence. It's all accusations.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it may very well may have happened, but
But
show
we
me
don't
the
know.
proof.
Yeah. Show me the proof.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's all I want to see is I want charges and I want proof. I'll continue to watch the show. I will be very disappointed in Cass Anbar, but I will continue to watch the show. If they do not, however, show us exactly what he did and why they are canceling him, then I'm
Yeah.
done.
Pat S
and-
wants to know if Alex is alive in the books, and I can't say because I have not read them.
Mm-hmm.
Not yet.
Yeah. David B brought up a good point as well, how they've discovered these rings, but nothing's been done with them this whole season. Pretty much nothing's been done with the proto-molecule this whole season either. It's been mentioned several times.
Yeah.
Stolen, but that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they stole it from Fred Johnson's quarters. That was it. But I
And
think
Alex may be alive, but I know Bobby's not. I know in the books Bobby dies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So that they may switch him. They may kill Alex and keep Bobby alive. They may kill both of them. I mean, we don't know. But I know 99%. I'm 99% certain that Alex is going to buy it at the end
Oh,
of
yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah, most
Well,
definitely.
We're
Well,
at the
they keep-
penultimate
they keep-
episode, and we've still got a hell of a lot to wrap up. So I don't think we're going to get as many answers as we probably hope.
Well, I think
And-
Loki mentioned last week that it'll be a massive cliffhanger
Hmm
and
Yeah.
then go to season 6.
Yep. And Ren Zero says they're stopping at book 6. They're actually already in talks of doing 2 movies after this.
That's what I heard.
Amazon doing
Yeah.
a movie after the last season and then another
Mhm.
movie after that, and that'll close everything out. So I don't know how they would like cram 3 books into 2 movies, but I mean it's better than nothing. It's better than
It
just
is.
stopping at season 6 and that's us not getting anything.
Although, to be fair, if they were going to do that, you think they would just do the rest of the seasons and be done with it. So I don't know whether it's budgetary constraints or whether it's a licensing. I don't think it would be licensing if they're, in talks of doing movies. So it just seems a very odd way to go about it. But as
Yeah.
you say, at least
Yeah, Darth
they
Haster.
seem to be
yeah,
finishing it.
absolutely asinine.
Yep. Cancel culture, folks.
Mm.
It's a little much. Yeah, I'm with Pat S. I would hate to lose Bobby. I love me some Gunny. Me too.
Yeah.
Both those characters are great.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Yes.
People die in series. If anything, Battlestar Galactica taught us that anyone can die in a series at any time.
That's true.
But yeah, you hate to lose someone like Bobby, and you hate to lose someone like Alex, especially if the story almost requires it. You hate that. It's like, oh my god, they died, but I can see why, and blah blah blah. This is totally different. This is, well, we've got to write them out, or we just got to get rid of them.
Hmm
It had nothing to do with if it has nothing to do with the story originally, then fuck them. Sorry, pardon
Yeah.
my F-bombs.
That's all right.
So I should have asked first.
No,
it's
don't
okay.
worry about it. I drop an
swear.
F-bomb regularly, so you're good to go. Demonetized.
It's all good. Hey, Pudgy.
Hello, Pudgy. Uh-oh, he was in the
drops an
closet.
F-bomb and Pudgy arrives.
Loki's got to drop $1 in the swear jar.
In
I'll
the
drop
swear
a
jar.
dollar in the swear jar for Pudgy.
But like we were saying, this was a much better episode, much more action-packed, even though it was, it's still a Naomi-centric episode. Her scenes were kind of reduced. We had a lot more with Amos and Clarissa and, their struggles and what they were doing. So it was, I enjoyed it a lot more, I've got to admit. I thought it was a much stronger episode.
Me too.
Definitely the high point of the show was their struggle on that island, getting that ship to where it would actually,
Yeah, especially when they find out at first, the the winter staff rather is hiding in the basement, as it were, where that ship is being kept,
Mhm.
and they're like, well, it hasn't worked in like 2 years. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
I felt really bad for them because whoever owned the house had clearly just left and their poor staff had been left behind. The same with all the other houses
like
around.
that
we find out.
it was kind of like that on the whole island. All of the rich folks just left their staff there with nothing.
Yep. Well, if it was the cold season, if it was like the winter season, there would have been nobody there, and they just left the staff there to look after the houses. Look after the houses. We're gonna go summer on the other side of the planet where it's warm. See ya. We're rich.
Yep, pretty much.
So when everything goes down, no one gives a hell. No one gives a shit about them. What's on the island? Oh, just our slaves. Don't worry about them. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Don't worry.
Still doing their job, still looking after their mansions. Yes.
Just eat the snow.
We have people to cancel, love. Let's go.
Oh my god. But yeah, I had a feeling there's got to be a catch, with getting to this shuttle. So I'm just like, oh god. it had to be that one catch. And it's just like, well, you know about computers, Eric, and I know about turning wrenches, but the other stuff, I got
Clarissa
nothing.
can fly, so between
Yeah,
them,
Clarissa can fly.
they should
So-
be able to sort it out.
Yeah,
But when they
she-
get there, I love how there's this shot of all those Eric's armed men surrounding Clarissa, and all she's got is a poor little pistol. I'm just like, oh my God, that's adorable. They're protecting Clarissa. They're protecting the princess.
Oh, I giggled when they turned up. Just this block of, armed people, completely conspicuous, walking
Yeah.
across. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
guys. Really?
It's like, wow, way to sneak up on it. Can't really do much sneaking in the snow anyway. We got all those tracks and everything, but still.
Not really. It just looks a little bit silly. So I was like, oh, guys, bless you.
Oh, and watching that whole scene, I was just freezing. I'm like, all that snow. Oh. Yeah, Ren Zero. Clarissa don't need no one when she goes mental mode. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we'll get to that.
Did anybody else get the what was that on the Terror of the Verse feeling like River in that
Like
one
River
episode?
Tam? Yeah, I totally did.
Yeah. I'm the terror of the verse, and she's like, and then you see her rip people apart barehanded, and you're like, yeah, I totally see it.
Yeah, right away I thought of River. And that was in the third watch through this morning when I got up.
She definitely don't need protecting when she goes mental.
No.
No, but I really liked her character. I think she was really good in this episode as well because she's a peacekeeper as well.
Yeah.
Throughout the episode, all she wants to do is help people, and she's trying to stop people from killing each other unnecessarily.
Yeah.
At the expense of some of their party at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, I liked what Andre Jmerek says. This we pointed out during our watch last night is the one thing that rubbed me the wrong way was the massive blast during takeoff that basically melted the mansion. One would think they would build the silo with Plume in mind. I agree.
Yes.
I think what happened was he went ahead and punched it before everything, all the shields and shielding was in place because he, the computer was actually saying, wait until the blast doors and seal and this and that. And
Yeah.
he threw that
Mhm.
and he hit it.
Yes, it did seem kind of silly though to put a rocket underneath your house.
Yeah, that's not far enough away from the actual house. So you don't, like what they did in the episode, melt the house.
Mm.
Oops.
Ren Zero, they took off emergency style and Farmer Pete
Yeah.
left the door open.
Fried everybody too. They fried everybody good and proper.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah, they
yeah.
did.
That was nice to see. I was like, oh, and when those badasses showed up that are security, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Don't try to bullshit Amos. He's seen this crap before.
Good old Texas barbecue.
No, they didn't. See, what was funny was they barely had any food left. They already had the shuttle almost prepped and ready to go. They had figured out the problem almost, so they were going to get out of there. You want the food?
Yeah.
Take the little tiny ass bit of food I got left and get the hell out. Go.
Yeah.
You want the chopper? Fucking take it. We got a ship we're going to blast off with. So they knew. Those guys knew. They were like, oh well, we heard the shuttle won't launch. Well,
Yeah.
it won't. So you know what? Take the food, take the chopper, get the hell out. See you later. They could have saved some lives, but Amos is like, nope, I ain't gonna go down on a knee. Not for you, not for anybody. So.
Well, you could tell they wanted the shuttle.
Oh yeah, they wanted everything. They wanted everything they had.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with the shuttle being supposedly unfunctional, they didn't know, but Amos and his infinite wisdom, that was so cute. Amos just sitting there, holy shit. It was the coupler.
Bad power coupling.
Bad power coupling. Holy shit. Sometimes you need to
try-
stop thinking about it.
Try turning it off and back on again, Amos.
Yeah, right. Plug it, unplug it, and plug it back in.
Reboot.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pudgy. Oh dear.
Uh-oh. F4 threshold exceeded. Sorry, Pudgy. We'll have people we'll get a swear jar. Honest to God.
Oh, did I do it again? I'm sorry, Pudgy. Did I do it twice? Holy crap.
The other thing that made me happy was seeing Avasarala back.
Yeah. Looks like the Secretary General is kind of overstepped himself, and he has a vote of no confidence.
Oh, that was a coup. Sorry,
that was such a strange scene, and he's. I love the way that he was played as being really incompetent the first time we see him, and by this episode he's got a grand plan and he wants to take over, and
yeah, everything's copacetic. We can do this. I got this. Okay, do you though?
You guys didn't see that coming?
I mean,
I knew as
Oh,
soon
yeah.
as I saw him, I was like, and he was like, Miss Avasarala, I would like you on my cabinet. I was like, yeah, you ain't gonna last long, dude. You ain't gonna be around by the end of the season.
Yeah, Avasarala is the best. I love her 66 a day voice. Yeah, she kind of reminds me of Dr. Mrs. the Monarch.
she is definitely one of the best characters. I think as an aside, we were kind of geeking over her outfit today, weren't we, Sammy?
Oh, yes, we were.
Oh my god, she looks so good.
Well, I love how they've changed her outfits.
Mhm.
She's in, leather now, and I'm like leather and silk, and I'm just like, yeah. Okay, I'm trying to read for something behind the costuming. It's like, man, I would love to pick the brain of the costumer so bad.
Well, I like how the Admiral, I can't remember his name, the one that was her confidant for so long. He's pretty much decided he's wanting to get out there and just take out Marcos. He doesn't care anymore about any of the politics or anything else. He wants to be on the front line.
Mm-hmm.
Well, taking out series. As soon as he said they were going to take out series, I was like, guys, no, because all you're going to do is you're going to turn anyone that's like neutral right now in the belt against you, and then you don't want that.
Yeah,
They already did a bunch of that with Palace. I mean, when they attacked Palace, they probably lost a bunch of the goodwill that they could have built up by not doing it.
that's a good point, Colin. I never thought of that. Flowing skirts perhaps are not so practical. Yeah, the big saris and everything, not a good idea, but who knows?
How'd you like the way the whiskey was pouring?
That was cool.
That was cool. Yeah,
That was a really cool effect.
Well, they did that back in season 1 on series when Miller was pouring. He'd have to pour at like a weird ass angle, and you see it like curve. It's like the pour would curve out and then go down.
I think that was because of the gravitational rotational effect.
Yep.
Yeah, that was on series. That's right.
Was it the previous episode where they were kind of messing around? They spilt some water, and the belters were kind of having a play with it. That was probably one of my favorite scenes of that episode as well.
That was 0G.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was really cool. I love the effect of that. That was really awesome.
That may be the only thing I remember about that last episode is that one.
Same, yeah. Just because it felt natural, like they were kind of letting off a little bit of steam. But
yeah, Battle Hymn, you're right. They did do it in episode 1 this season when she was talking with Amos. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was very subtle, but she did it. I'm like, I couldn't remember if it was episode 1 or episode 2, but yeah, you're right. It's episode 1.
Yeah,
and Colin's right. The science pulls you into the show. Characters keep you.
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Poor drummer, she is.
Oh,
Caught between a rock and a hard place. I mean, this is her Kobayashi Maru.
oh yes, it is. I could actually feel the struggle within her. I was just like, oh my God, the struggle is real. Poor Kamina. Oh my God. But I did not like. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead, sweetheart.
She agreed to this.
Yeah.
Be careful what you agree to. When you enter into an agreement, she has got to fight the fact that she gave her word compared to what is right and what is honest. She does not want to be in this position, but she gave her word and she entered into this agreement. So does she have herself to blame? Yes. But this is a lesson. This is how you put a lesson into a show or a series. You don't rub people's face in it. You don't tell them they need to learn this lesson. You don't do you enter it into the story. You craft it into the story. She entered into an agreement with Inaros, and now she's got to live with either completing that agreement and doing what she said she would do, or betraying her word and defending her friend.
Yeah.
So she's conflicted. It's either she keeps her word or she goes with what she thinks is right, you know.
And that's a beautiful conflict. That's how you weave conflict and right and morality into a story.
Yep. And they've done a great job. And Mark had a comment. Having never watched The Expanse, they actually use proper physics. Yes, there's no sonar in space. That is definitely not a thing.
Yes. And they don't have detachable nacelles for better maneuverability. Yeah, in space.
And Doc Cobran says, "Space Corral, please." Yes, I wish they would. She annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's always there, always kind of, you know,
She's always lurking
in the background, keeping an eye on things and then reporting back.
The social overlord. Oh, I'm sorry.
That was earlier, hon.
It's like the political officer in the Soviet Union.
Yes, Dave Bob, dude. I was thinking
Nailed it.
just that this morning. I was like, it's like that shit on Hunt for Red October. She's the political officer on the ship.
Bye, Steve Mitchum. Have a great day. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, and they took away Drummer's gun. I hope she has a backup. Carries one on a boot backup, a little pistol in her boot.
Yeah, we were talking about that in the green room. It's like she's got to have a backup weapon.
Oh yeah,
she has to.
She's probably got several. Yeah.
Some kind of backup gun, or a knife or something, because that's Belter. I mean, you always got to have a backup.
Yeah,
Belter ingenuity at its finest.
Love Drummer. I think the scenes that she's in are really well done, but we could do with a little bit more of her. They've used her very sparingly in this season.
Well, they have, because she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
they covered it up very well.
They did. They did an excellent job.
Yeah, I think all the scenes, they had to pretty much disguise the fact that she was very pregnant.
Yeah, because it was in one of the after shows, Dave Bob, wasn't it, where they interviewed Karaji and I can't think of it. Alexander is his last name. Keon Alexander.
Yeah.
And Renzero, Karaji was pregnant. Yeah, she bumped him with her baby bump during one of the really dramatic scenes.
Freaked him out.
Just freaked him right the hell out. I was like, oh my God.
I think they said they kept the scene in and the look on his face.
Yeah, you could see it. Now that I've seen that after show, I went back and watched it and was like, oh, there it is. Yeah. You never noticed Renzero because they kept it quiet. Yeah, they hit it really well.
She's usually standing in front of like a panel, or she's standing in front of comms or something, and it's covering her midsection, or she's filmed from the waist up.
Isn't it funny how they do that? Isn't it? I love that. I love that when they came back with Stargate, they did that with Carter. That's why she's
Yes.
not in like the first 3 episodes, because she still had the baby bump, so they only have her on video. And when she comes back, they always keep the camera above the waist because she's still losing the baby fat. So she's still got a little bit of the stomach, and you can see the uniform kind of go over. They did the same thing. They did the exact same thing with this.
Yeah. Kind of like on WandaVision, she was always either wearing a big coat or trying to keep the fruit bowl in front of her. And all
Yeah, that was funny. All the tropes for hiding a pregnancy. I was like, oh, dude. But yeah, Kara used the pregnancy quite well on set, I'm told. So I was like, oh my God, leave it to her to do something like that and completely just murder the scene. It was just incredible.
How many ships did they say they were sending against the Rossi? 11?
I think so.
However many it is, they think it's overkill, and they got a big surprise coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the way Marcos, in that one battle where they took out two or three of his ships, he said, he just shrugged it off and said, they died for the cause,
Yeah.
Just collateral.
Send the message to me over here.
Yeah, like from Golden Bow, we lost 4 from Golden Bow or something like that, and he's just like, no, well, died for the cause. I'm like, oh my God, you arrogant asshole.
Yes,
that just typifies, his attitude and his actually being a sociopath.
Yes, and he definitely is. I think, Loki, you talked about this in the previous episode, that he's actually a sociopath.
Yes.
And even the way he treats Philip in this episode, the manipulation that he does with him, again,
yeah.
There is no, number one, there is no consequences. In his mind, there is no consequences for him because to him, he is separate from society. He is special. The universe revolves around Marcos and Naros.
Yeah.
So for him, everything is about him. So there can be no justice against him because he is the center of the universe. Everything revolves around him. If not for him, there would be no creation. His existence is paramount. They one of the things I hated about the It remake was there's a kid in that actually believes that. He killed his little brother in the book. He believed that if he died, existence would literally stop if something happened to him. That is what Marcos believes. He is creation. He is God. He is the Almighty. If something happens to him, humanity existence will stop because he does. That is not the way. That is not the way it works.
The actor is phenomenal in playing that part. He gets every note. I mean, everything is perfect. He's just perfect for that role.
Yeah, the Run Zero. He captures that charismatic dictator type.
He does.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Keon is he's been amazing in this role. Oh, I forgot about this on Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
The doctor got Major Kira preggers in real life. Yeah.
Yeah, that's write it into the series. Yeah.
Like, I completely forgot about that.
So that's what happens when you actually have intelligent writers. They can work around
right? Just write around it. That's no big deal. But yeah, poor Philip yet again gets thrown into a spiral because his father lies to him yet again about his mother leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he's alive, you watched Philip's face and he was kind of shocked and kind of relieved that his mother was alive until Marco spins it.
Yeah.
Yes. And he still kind of
again
digs it in, she might be alive, but Sin's dead. which is kind of your fault. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
What is this, Cobalt? What did the coach say when the vending machine broke? I want my quarterback. Oh my God, dad jokes in the chat.
It's not just that though. It's the fact that he tells him, your mother did not, make the sacrifice of killing herself. She escaped us again. She left me and she left you. She's abandoned us all over again. And he's grabbing his son and squeezing him, and his son's just standing there. He's not hugging him back.
Mm-mm.
He's just standing there, and I think he is so afraid to show his father that he is relieved that his mother's not dead.
Yes.
And Marcos, I really think Marcos thinks, his son's angry, like he would be angry, like, I'm gonna make him angry, oh, she betrayed us, all over again. She didn't die. She should have died and killed herself, but she didn't die. And yeah, I don't think Philip's going down that boat anymore. He's not going down that river in that same boat that Marcos is in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not.
I don't think he is either.
Buying it. No.
I don't think so.
I do feel sorry for him as a character. It's still jarring whenever I see the two actors together, though. It's like,
yeah, every time you're just like, aren't they like brothers? Keon looks like he could just be his brother instead of his dad. It's like there's no real age difference. It's like, wow, okay. Is Philip like 45? What day, Bob?
Older brother.
Older brother, yeah.
Oh my
God. We got another one in the chat. I offer this tip: never look someone in the eye while eating a banana. I've got another tip for you: never play leapfrog with a unicorn. Just FYI.
Or a demicorn.
Or a demicorn.
Demicorn.
Sneaky Loki. Oh my God.
That was so low key.
Oh.
There we go.
Bump.
Oh, Loki, don't get pissing on my back and tell me it's raining.
Is a frog's ass watertight day, Bob?
Oh no, we've gone off the rails. Of course, that assumes we ever had rails to begin with. But
that is very true. Oh my God. Shall we? Oh God. Shall we go back to Naomi? Since I think we probably should.
We probably should. I mean, she is a big part of the series. It's not that I'm hating, and don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not hating on Naomi. It's just that, and Purple and I talked about this both in the green room and last night. Run Zero, there were rails. No, almost never. But we were talking about this last night, and it was just like all of a sudden the show would just grind to a halt, just as soon as she came on screen. And there wasn't even really that much of her, but it was enough to jar you out of the action long enough to go, really?
Especially since her big scene came pretty much right after Amos and Clarissa, and we had the huge gun battle, and then obviously they're panicking. They've got to get off Earth. They've got to get the ship going. They're being chased and they're being shot at. And it's a really good scene, and it was really refreshing to have this action after the last couple of episodes. And then it's like, brakes are back on.
Yeah, they threw on the brakes, and it was just like, okay, now we've got to get back into what are they going to show after this? Because they could have almost left it out, or had it at the very beginning when between the Razorback, the Rossi, and her ship. They could have done that and then just left it, and then continued with Avasarala and Amos.
Yeah, I would have preferred to have seen that rather than have her kind of bookend the beginning and the end of the episode.
Right.
And they always make a point of saying that the Razorback is going to get there first. So that pretty much tells you what's going to happen.
The screaming Firehawk.
You know?
Screaming Firehawk. Yep.
She even sees them on the little monitor that she manages to get working again, doesn't she? So that they're in the proximity
Yeah.
of her.
Yeah.
They're closing in pretty quick.
And she can see it and just bursts into tears, which, okay, I get that because it's Alex.
And then she immediately goes back to work trying to get the bomb or whatever, the reactor, the proximity fuse, whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
She's trying to find it and cut it.
Yeah.
Yes, I like the struggle. I understand, and I like that she's doing her absolute utmost to stop this disaster that she knows is going to happen if she doesn't see anything, and it does build the tension with her. I just think after the last couple of episodes, it's just gone on a little bit too long.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something that is just putting the brakes on the episode, just kind of dragging it. They're focusing too much on it. I know it's supposedly the book was mainly her story. However, not to the detriment of the storyline or to the pacing of the story.
Right.
Does anybody else feel like ever since she shaved her head, she's not been the same character? Ever since they shaved her head, she used to have that like side mohawk, and I loved that. And now it's like ever since they shaved her head and she went bald, which was what, last season?
Yeah.
Well, no, she had hair. She just got rid of her mohawk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because she got rid
Shaved
of
her
the
mohawk off.
Yeah, Brenzero
Yeah.
said.
Zero
funny
said
thing
that.
with Naomi is she was a good character, and then they changed her hairstyle and she turned lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved her character, and for all those Naomi lovers out there, I'm not hating on her. I just have not felt the same about her since they did that. I think
It's almost
Ren
like
Zero,
they
you're right.
downgraded her from being a real badass to just almost helpless.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, there found Ren Zero's comment. Yeah. They changed her hairstyle and they turned her lame.
When she was on the Rossi, she was the smartest person in the room. Always. Yep. She was always the smartest person. Whether it didn't matter who was in there, Holden, Abasarala, anyone. Naomi was the smartest person in the room. Now they've got her like on this technical wizardry thing where she's a tech wizard, but she's lost her like common sense to deal with things.
Yeah, it's like that's all gone out the window. I mean, she still has her tech smart.
Yep.
But she seems to be really struggling with,
Do you think it's because the character needs others to kind of bounce off, or do you think it's just the way she was written in these last couple of episodes? Or do you think it's
an ensemble group like they had, that was the heart of the show? And now that they've got them all split out, different ships and stuff, it's really hard to have that cohesiveness that they've had for the past few seasons.
Yep, I agree with that. And I think last season, having them split up with Naomi on the ship and Alex on the ship, and then Amos on the planet and Holden on the planet, and how they split them up, I think that was the beginning of something's not quite right here.
Yeah.
That they split the crew up. And that crew of the Rocinante was it was magic and lightning in a bottle magic.
Yep.
And now they don't have that. I think Dave Bob, you nailed it. I hadn't even thought of that. I hadn't even thought of them not being together was the problem.
Yeah. Do you think it's just because of the way the book was written, or do you think it's something to do with what's happened with Kazanvar, or do you think it's just how this season has progressed? Because he hasn't really interacted with any of the other actors in this season. He's just been seen with Bobby.
They filmed this before those accusations happened.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was the guy who plays Amos, that came out and was immediately like, he needs to be removed and blah, 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 blah. And I remember we were all just kind of tripping about that. You don't even know what's going on yet, and you're calling for this guy to be removed. How could you do that? And I don't think we're gonna get confirmation of anything. Like, I mean, if the ship blows up, that's one thing. If the screaming Firehawk explodes and we see that,
Yeah.
okay, we know they were going to do that anyway. If it's just like, oh, what happened? We don't really know exactly what happened, and they pull a rabbit out of their ass, and Bobby survives.
Yeah.
I don't know. They could have done some stuff in post, like shortened scenes and all kinds of stuff.
Right. I think that's what they did. After all this came out, editing was in progress, and they just edited a lot of Cass Anvar's role out.
And it's a
I
real
had a
shame
feeling they were going to do that.
The cast seemed to be really close. That was one of the things that we picked up, especially when they did interviews, even on Twitter. Everyone seemed to be good friends behind the scenes as well.
And Colin P. Smith says it was one of the cast. What a prick. Yeah, it was Wes. Wes Chatham. He kind of called him out a little bit on Twitter and was starting to call for Cass's removal. That really shocked me. I was pissed. I'm still pissed about it. Because nobody else said anything. Everybody else got off Twitter. Like Dominique, she completely left Twitter. Of course, Kaz did as well. I mean, his Twitter is still up, but he just hasn't used it.
There's
that.
Go ahead.
No,
I was just going to say, there's that site. I was for a time I was working on getting a little video from Cass Anvar for the morning show, and it would have been like, hey, Donkey Balls, you're watching Mornings of Mischief, is it something, something cool like that. And it had about half the cast. It had half the cast of the Expanse on there. None of them are on there anymore.
Nope.
Absolutely none of them are on there. I can't remember what the hell that site was called.
Cameo.
Cameo. Thank you. It was Cameo.
You're welcome.
And I was like, man, I really want to get cast for that. And now you can't get any of them. You can't get any of them to say, because they're all gone. They're all off of Cameo.
Yep. That really sucked because I wanted cast as well for our channel, and I just never, as soon as I went to go see if I could get something, they were all gone.
Yep.
I was pissed because I even looked for Ashford. Nope.
Nothing.
Gone. I was pissed. And Sitroom says his character is not really in the book all that much. You mean Alex?
Alex.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure he meant Alex, not Amos. I'm like, Amos is kind of pivotal this season. At least insofar as Earth goes. But he's just, I think we're done though. Purple said this last night. We're done with the Amos and Clarissa story arc.
Yep.
They're going to go to Luna, and that's going to be the end of it. Although I think there may be a scene or two with him talking to Avasarala.
I could see that.
Yeah, I think that will probably be where they leave off.
Well, can you imagine if they have to take over, if they have to take the presidency and they're in like a firefight with, I can't remember his name, douchebag that is the president at the moment. If they get in a firefight and suddenly Amos shows up and clears the room, I could see that. I could see Madam President, and she's like, "Oh, hello, boy." I could see that. You can see that. He's like, "Where you got those pumps you promised me?" Something. I can see that, and that's how they end that story arc. I could totally see that.
Nice necklace.
Yeah, nice
necklace.
Yes.
How's she look?
I can definitely see her, taking over, and he's not going to last much longer. He overplayed his hand. I think they were, if I remember correctly, they're leading towards a vote of no confidence, and this is where she will kind of come into her own.
Well, half the
cabinet resigned.
Half the cabinet.
Yeah, that was one hell of a walkout. I really like that.
Like Avasarala walks out, and like so does half of the table. It was just like, holy shit. Okay. Yep. Then Avasarala made her point, and then we go to the vote of no confidence. And Madam, would you like to take over? Duh.
That is called a coup. You're talking about a coup. No, madam. We just picked a name out of a hat. It was you.
Sure. That was a really good scene. And just before it, obviously, she puts her husband's name into the wall of Lost. I thought that was really sad.
I really liked the actor that played him in the first couple of seasons. I really liked him. And I hated that they didn't bring him back, and I wondered why. Because he's only in 1 or 2 episodes before this. Before this happens, he's only in
he's only in a couple episodes.
Season. Yeah, in the last season, right? He's only in 1 or 2 with her, and then he's like, I'm going home. And
he was in most of season 4.
Yeah, but
especially
not 5.
when she was running for not this one at all.
No.
He may have had other obligations and just couldn't be on the show. You never can tell.
No. I don't know. I just wondered why they got rid of that actor and then they brought in this other guy to replace him. And now he's gone. So I feel bad for Avasarala. I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible. But I think it's going to make her stronger. I think it's going to make her. And she was already a tough bitch before. Oh, man.
It's worse now.
Yeah.
Well, you even get a hint of that when she's talking, when she says she wants to see Marcos, on a hook, gasping for air.
And that was from season 1. That was from season 1 when she had that belter locked up.
Yep.
So, yeah,
that was intense.
Not one you want to cross.
Oh yeah, and she basically got ordered, take him down, take him off the hooks and put him in a tank, and then you can talk to him again. And she's like, "Oh, you son of a bitch." I have to talk to him like that. And you're like, damn, this one evil woman.
I thought she was too.
Avasarala is a woman that knows exactly what she wants, and she goes for it. Just don't get in her way.
Nope. I wouldn't mess with her. So guys, we're working on the top of the hour. Overall, what would you guys give this one compared to the rest?
For me, this was a much better episode. This was, back on as for what we expect from the Expanse. I think we've said it before. We have very high standards because it's never let us down before. That's why we're so critical of it. So when we do give it a lower mark, there's a reason for it, and we try and justify that. But I would put this back at 8. I think it was a good episode. I really enjoyed the action that we got. I thought, especially the scenes with Amos and Clarissa and Avasarala. Those were some really good scenes.
Yeah, they were. And I'm on par with that. I'd give it an 8.5, 9. Because it's getting better. We're obviously building to crescendo for the end of the season. What about you, Loki?
8.5. I think that this was a good episode. I think they set it up for what we're going to get in the next episode. The stuff with Amos was great. Stuff with Avasarala was great. Stuff with Naomi, we saw last week. It's like, and you're like, damn, how many times she's scratching another line on the damn wall. We did this last week. We did this. And she's like scraping ice off her thing to lick and get the water off of. And you're just like, okay, did we need that? No. Could we have gone the whole episode and have her hooking that thing up to her helmet at the end and seeing the screaming firehawk closing in? That's all we needed to see.
Yep.
If you'd done that, you'd have got a 9 from me. Instead, we got and I'm just like, why
are you doing this?
Oh. she's going to be sick. She's going to be really, really sick. Okay, when you do that and you get CO2 poisoning like that, that's why she's scratching on the wall. That's what they're trying to give us, is she is going to be seriously effed up when this is all done because of what she keeps doing. Because she's basically poisoning herself over and over and over again, giving herself CO2 poisoning. Okay, we get it. But we got that last week. We don't need it again. So 8, 8.5. I'm not giving it a 9 because we already saw this shit last week. Everything else, gold. I'm down. I'm with it.
Agreed.
Okay. Hey, Bob?
Honestly, I would have given it an 8. if it hadn't have been for the jarring stops in the action and just kind of just taking you out of the story, I'm going to have to give it about a 7.5.
Okay.
Cool.
That's reasonable. Yeah, because jerking you in and out of the story was kind of a lot. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat 1 second, and the next minute I'm like, oh, for crying out loud.
I agree. That's what I was saying. You're sitting on the edge of your seat, and then and you're like, oh, damn it!
Naomi's back.
Son of a bitch! Woof. Does she know the Firehawk is Alex and Bobby? Yes. I'm sure she does, because Alex had taken Razorback to Mars. I don't think she knows Bobby is on the ship, but she's pretty sure it's Alex. That's my guess.
Yes. And it's clear that they're going to be the ones to get there the first, even though there's others converging on the ship, it's the Razorback that's going to get there first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And aren't there any more suits on the damn ship? No, it was stripped.
Yeah.
They only left that one
They
suit.
keep reiterating that, that the Screaming Firehawk is going to get there before anybody else. That's just so telling, in my opinion.
Well, they even mentioned with the Rocinante that they don't really have fuel to waste, to go and check.
That's true. They're running low.
Mm.
The same thing with Kamina's ship, too.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens with Kamina's ships, if they're going to go psycho on the Rocinante next week.
Yes, it's all going to come to a head next week. I can't believe we've got to the last episode.
I know. We've got one episode left, boys and girls out there in the chat.
Yep. One last
my God.
week. It's what we got.
And you got so many loose ends to tie up. They're never going to do it. Like Loki said last week, this has got to be one of the cliffhangers to end all cliffhangers.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
It's going to be a hell of a one.
From Zero. Drummer can fuel a ship with rage, lol. Like a hamster.
Yeah.
Put her in a wheel.
Yeah, the rage coming off that woman is going to fuel the reactor that powers that ship. Yeah.
Oh,
you
easily.
can just see her in the middle of it, like what's his name on Dragon Ball? Burn, hard burn! Suddenly everybody's like, hard burn, strap in. She's pissed.
Flip and burn, people. Strap in. We need the juice.
She just blazes past the Razorback. So, shit.
Like, oh, fuck. Oh, sorry, Pudgy. Dropped an F-bomb. I'll put $1 in the swear jar. I think he was leaving anyway. So it's time for us to say goodbye as well. It is the top of the hour. So, guys,
we've got to let you find people go.
Yeah, we've got to let you find people go. And the wonderful panel. Thank you, boys, for joining us. We really appreciate it.
We do. Thank you, guys.
And we will see you. Well, we will be in the chat tomorrow for Loki's Mornings of Mischief, as usual. Boss, are you doing a game stream tonight?
I don't know, guys. It might happen. It might not happen. We are going to have the service for Admiral Doom over on Canucks channel. After that, I don't know. I don't. So it all depends.
It all depends. Okay. Yeah, because that's gonna be pretty heavy. Yeah, Philip. Doors and corners, everybody. Yeah, you got to watch your doors and corners. That's where they get you. And Friday, we will be back at our usual time at 10 a.m. We will also be having a party on Friday night to celebrate our monetization. We will let you know as soon as possible, probably by close of business today, what time that will be on Friday night. So keep your eye on Twitter. Keep your eye on the community tab on our site. On our YouTube channel, we will let you know ASAP. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us and have a fantastic Wednesday. We love you all.
Thank you, guys. We do.
Bye,
have a good one.
Later,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye, y'all.